We've still got round to concreting this bit of the yard. Anyway, I'm going to scrape off that so that puddle can get to that grid and put some planings in it again for now, because it's just a big hole. Someone was asking about the pillar. Still waiting for the brickie to come back with a quote. He's supposed to have emailed it, but I can't find it. Pretty tricky, this digger. It's got a DAB radio built into the screen. Got a good heater as well, which is good on these cold summer mornings. I've just scraped this here, but to be honest, the puddle's actually lower. So I thought it was a bit of slop here, stopping it getting in. I'll go get some planings. Dad's loaded a load of wood chip. That's ready for out tomorrow, I think. Is it Thursday tomorrow? Confusing me days with it being a bank holiday. I think everyone is, aren't they? There's Liv. She's going to brush off a drying floor with that. Get ready for beans. That's a bit better now. Fill the hole in. It's obviously still got a bit of water lay in it. Just kind of displaced it, but it's fine its way to the grid now. Put a little bit more in now, hopefully it should dry up. Anyway, have you seen this? Could this be possibly the most dirty Joe Seals cup ever? For how long it's been left there for. The old girl is out and about. We've got an inner tube coming for it because this tyre keeps going soft. But for the time being, we're going to put it on the hedge cutter so we can use it for cutting hedges without tying up one of the main tractors. The Morgan's just going to back it in now. Couldn't find a top link ball, so we're going to take a top link off the 585 for the time being, and then I've ordered some off Cramp because it's a smaller size than that one. We might have to put an electric plug in though to get it to work. I don't think it's got a 3-pin plug in the cab. 936 was bled up and running perfect last night. This morning wouldn't start again. So starting looking now inside the engine side of the fuel system, and there's something damp there. So if it'll leak fuel out, it'll definitely suck air in, I'd say. So I don't know what this is. Oh no, actually that's the breather, isn't it? That's the breather for the rocker cover that's damp, not a fuel line. But then there is a little pipe there. There's a fuel line going into it. It's a bit weird. That disappears off down there. Oh, it goes to the bottom of the engine block, so that's an oil feed pipe. That must breathe, collect any oil and drop it down there. Yeah, it must come into here, settle out, drop down, then any air comes out of that. But I can't... Oh. Is that a bit damp there, maybe around that injector? Perhaps. Don't know. Definitely something not right, because this hand primer here keeps losing pressure. Unless it's just something as simple as this filter head's gone and that hand primer's not working. That thing on the plough keeps snapping, so Morgan's made something, but he forgot a shackle, so me and Rob are just going to go take it to him now and bring the Merlot back he was using to line it up and put it back together. Yeah, Morgan's made this, but he welded it on the wrong angle. It should have been the other way, so we put another shackle in now. Hopefully that'll help. Oh, it won't snap, but really that should have been the other way and it would be a bit tighter. That's like the back plough. Anyway, we've got it turning over now at this end, which is good. Means you don't have to flick it with the Merlot anymore. Don't know why he's gone back. On board now. Little wet sticky patch just here. So we need GPS if you're watching Elliot. He does a system that'll fit on this. Need another furrow for the back to the wheel's not the furthest point. It's like 14k. No, 8.5k.
8.5k. You'll see 14k when I get down
14k down the hill apparently. Yeah, I see what you mean. You can't see that wheel at all, can you? That you've got to run in the furrow.
Yeah.
Don't think you would even if you took the deck weight off, really, would you?
No, it's just like the...
Got to look in that mirror there.
Yeah, the fence on the track.
This is where there used to be a track across the field here that we dug out, but there's still the remains of it coming up if you look at that shadowing. Bit of hard ground there, you can hear it working. This is all from the mining subsidence, this. There we go, 13k now. Another wet patch. It's a right pain that. 4 for a plough, you do a little bit that side, a little bit that side, but with this one, it's right down the middle of it. Oh. Going. Yeah, it's going to miss that. But then you might have to then back up then, won't you? Yeah. What a pain. Have to like shunt over now, back up, and then try and get that last bit. I think we get like a whole £3 a year to have that pole in our way as well. It's a bit of a joke. Unless you pull right forward, zoom it out, and then back to it with it down a bit.
We'd have to do that in fairness.
Yeah. What a pain. I'll just drop it down now, see what happens at that. We're going to disc it flat anyway, so we can disc close to the pole then. Yeah, that was a bit of a pain to work around. So obviously we were coming down the field and pushing the soil that way. So we now need to turn the plough over, to anyone that doesn't know, so that it then starts to flow the soil the other direction. So you've got left and right hand, what you call mole boards, which are these furrows along the top. So Morgan's just dropping the plough in now, drop the back set in, and the front set. Front set goes in first and the back set. Telegraph pole, with the reflections it's hard to see. You see how much the soil dried while we had our dinner and fixed that chain. We've just been taking these pins out to change the depth of the front wheels. Found that this one worn out along the edge, and decided to buckle itself. So we took it off, it's quite heavy. I'm going to take it back now, clean it out, weld that up before it gets worse. I think we're going to have to jet wash that out to get all the soil out of it. We've decided it's a bit heavy for lifting. So we've still got the Merlot in the field, so we're going to try and lift it on with the Merlot. Take it back, jet wash it, hammer it back to shape, weld it back together, come back out, lift it back onto the plough and carry on ploughing. There is a reason why I don't like ploughs. They just need maintenance all the time. They're just a pain. And now I can't put this in from this way because the cab's in the way. I'm going to have to do it from the other direction. There we go, we'll lower that in there now. Out squashing the slug pelleter. I know it's an old plough, and once we get all the little niggles done with it, it should be left ready to go again, but it's just, I always found this with ploughs, you're always either putting new metal on them or changing a bearing or fixing a skimmer that was twisted or welding a crack, and then when you do get going with them, you're only doing the width of the tractor, and then once you've ploughed it, you've then got to level it and make a seed bed. And yeah, it might help on this field because it's not been ploughed for 12 years, so we are bringing up fresh, clean soil that should have no weeds in it whatsoever. But they don't 100% kill weeds. They look nice because everything turns black, but what I've learned with direct drilling over the years is it can look nice when you've seen little green shoots coming through brown stubble as well. But we'll fix it, we'll persevere, get the field done, then we'll park it back in the hedge then. Trying to get all the mud out of it now so we can hammer it shut and weld it. That's a bit better now, a little bit in there, but we'll tip that out when we get someone in the workshop. A wheelwright, isn't it? Is that the name of someone that fixes wheels? Should have put in that log splitter and just pushed down on it. See, it's just worn all around that edge. Ian said to mention these are back in stock, these polos, and there's loads more bags going out today of other things. So there's still quite a lot of stock of hoodies in at the moment and t-shirts. Augers on that, weighs an absolute ton, it's all welded. Just going to try and lower it down onto that shaft. Sort of going in it. Finally, he's back ploughing again now. After welding them wheels up, we've changed the depth a bit as well. Still think the back might be going a little bit deep. Not exactly sure whether it's that tyre might be a little bit soft. Doesn't look soft. But if it was a bit harder, it'd obviously pick that furrow up a little bit. You can always adjust that tie bar there, change the depth maybe a bit more. Again, so there's no reflection. Seagulls are here pinching the worms, and I'm just going to change the depth of that. I think it's still going a bit deep. Line that out a little bit now, so it won't go in as far. I think I'll do that one the same. Need two hands for that one. Some of them wormholes are pretty big. So are worms. I'm spraying this ryegrass here. I know it's going to get ploughed in, but I don't want to. Oh, poach block. Let's zoom over that. No, I want to kill the roots. It's a bit wet here because I don't want it growing on, even if it's been ploughed, especially the headland where it can end up getting sort of turned over then turned back up again. I'm going to try and get a slow motion of it working if I can, without too much reflection maybe. Not sure if that actually worked or not, but that was the slow motion of the plough working. Just look here, field mouse there, another baby one there, and little one there, because we've obviously ploughed through this. Now if we were direct drilling, they'd still be alive. We wouldn't have squashed that one. I don't want to knock organic, but if you imagine we're turning every single square inch of this soil over, and if it's a ground nesting bird or it's some field mice, earthworms, you destroy them with a plough. Now we could have gone over this with a tickle of glyphosate, every 25 centimetres, cut a tiny little slot and put a seed in. Now admittedly, you know, there's some ryegrass problems in this field. We've made some ruts harvesting it, so that was one of the reasons we needed to do something with it. But in most years, whatever's living in that surface will still be living in that surface after we've drilled it. So when people go to the shop and get a fuzzy feeling because they're buying organic, I would say 9 times out of 10 there's been a plough used somewhere within organic farming. And so I would say direct drilling is more sustainable. I've probably opened the right can of worms there and I'm going to get loads of abuse, but you've just seen it for yourself. You know, if there was a pair there sitting tight, it'd have been buried, you know what I mean? They generally run away, but certainly ground nesting birds in the spring, and obviously, you know, some field mice there in the autumn. Stop on my way back, get a picture for the calendar because it looks cool. From yesterday's birthday bumper, only having 3 people on today, it's got more on. Kyle George was the anonymous yesterday's happy birthday to you. Benji Velcott is on there, he's 19. James Ingram is 3. Tom Ryder, Fred Dixon 7. Tommy Nash is 14. Will Brooks is on there. Aidan Farrell is 12. Chris Denison is 37. Isaac Lee is 16. John Ellis, it's also his birthday, he's crazy Janine's friend. And Ali Gibbs is 64, but in a few days time. But I've got to put it on now because it was put on the Just Giving page today, otherwise it'd be forgotten about in a few days and fell off the list. £44,727. When do you think we'll hit 45,000? Will it be tomorrow, or will it be Friday, or will it be Saturday? Let me know in the comments. Well, happy birthday everyone on there and anyone else whose birthday it is. Now, if you like ploughing, it's Ashton and Makerfield ploughing match coming up. Here's a flyer for it here, and it's also Cheshire ploughing match coming up. I think it's the 27th of September, and the combine is going to be there on the FCN stand if you want to go and see it. Hopefully we'll have washed it off by then and finished cutting beans. We did start to put the 1455 on this. We messed around looking for a link ball. Anyway, we decided to use a small one. Anyway, the food arrived for dinner, so we never did put it on, but we'll get it on tomorrow. And the inner tube's arriving as well. We've put quite a big cramp order in, so we've ordered a spare inner tube for this, some link balls for the top link off it, lots of other things. So we'll get that puncher sorted tomorrow, put this on if Morgan's finished ploughing, that is. What a slow job though. While I've just been talking about this hedge cut, I've just turned around and found the top link we've been looking for. It's actually on the front of this case. Got some of this, it just arrived off Amazon to hopefully restore the bonnet on the Xerion better than T-Cut, and also someone looks like they sent Liv and Hannah a present off their gift list yesterday. So thank you very much for that. They'll enjoy that, I'm sure. I prefer the lemon one, if I'm honest. When we were tidying up the other week, this wheel was in the way. It's obviously fell off a machine. Anyone want to guess which machine it is? It's fell off. We do still have it. That's today's quiz question anyway. Let us know in the comments. Yeah, another thing. When we were messing with that drone the other day and we were using it to deliver a McDonald's, I put a video on TikTok and on Instagram about it, like a little short sort of reel thing. Amount of people going, oh my God, you've sold out to McDonald's. I haven't sold out to McDonald's, but if McDonald's do want to pay me because I've given them some free advertising, please get in touch, because I am quite partial to a McDonald's, and if we get a discount, it's even better. But yeah, no, I haven't sold out to McDonald's, unfortunately. But video's getting too long again. The quiz question the other day was a riddle for potatoes, so that was what I'd forgotten. So thanks for everyone reminding me. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you tomorrow.